Guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren, und herzlich willkommen in Köln. Well, thank you. Welcome. That's all I got. Welcome back to Europe, to Cologne, Germany. Welcome to Gamescom 2013. We couldn't be more excited about what you are about to see today. We've got a great live audience here, don't we? We're here at the Palladium in Cologne, and millions more are going to be watching on the web, on sites like EA.com and Gigastar and GameStar and 4Players and many more sites worldwide. Welcome all of you to EA's Gamescom 2013 briefing. Gamescom is recognized as the world's biggest consumer gaming show. And this year, they are poised to shatter their attendance record. More than 300,000 gamers are coming here to play live software weeks before the new games and next-gen systems ship this autumn. And to kick it all off, today's EA Showcase will feature 10 titles in development for new consoles like PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, powerful PC games, as well as some of our latest games for both mobile and tablets. You'll see a deep dive into our FIFA franchise, as well as new looks at Battlefield 4, Command & Conquer, Dragonage Inquisition, UFC, plus some surprises from our EA dev teams. And of course, from Respawn Entertainment, Titanfall. We've got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get started. We'll begin with a franchise that has cultivated global fan base of more than 30 million players. And today, it comes to life.
This is a bold step forward for our Sims as they come to life like never before in The Sims 4. The Sims 4 combines revolutionary Sims with powerful creative tools and all-new emotion-based gameplay to reinvent the Sims experience. We chose to reveal The Sims 4 for the very first time here at Gamescom because many of our most passionate fans live right here in Europe. Some of our most prolific storytellers and creators from 14 countries have joined us here in the audience today. Hi, guys! Stu-stu! We may come from different cultures, but we all share one common language, Simlish. Built on a foundation of new technologies that we call Smart Sim, The Sims 4 gives you the power to create and control an entirely new generation of Sims. We've really put the focus on the Sims themselves. Our Sims have evolved into intelligent, emotionally aware beings whose every action is informed and affected by their emotional states. From angry to flirty, from sad to happy, you can now you can now explore the gamut of human emotions, all within The Sims 4. New creative tools, emotions, and dynamic gameplay give our players the ability to affect the mind, body, and heart of these new Sims, bringing their stories to life in a way that's more meaningful and more personal than ever before. Now, when I play The Sims 4, I like to think of myself as the director of a play. And as the director, my first act is to envision the stage where the story unfolds. In The Sims 4, we've reinvented our creative tools to be intuitive, powerful, and flexible. It's easier and faster for me to create exactly the home that I want. So let's look at how I've built this house. I placed my rooms, I've pushed and pulled them to my specifications. And I can even place down a fully decorated room in an instant. It's like ripping a page from a magazine. I've never been able to do these things before in The Sims, and it's fun. So I've built my set, and now it's time to cast my actors. With our new Create a Sim, I can reach directly into the game and sculpt my Sims by hand. It's just like being an artist. I click right on their faces and bodies. It's like playing with clay. And it's more than just looks. I can even set their walk styles to match their personalities. So now that you've seen our new creative tools, let me show you how playing with these new Sims and their emotions, which for the first time you control, will fundamentally change the experience that you have in The Sims 4. Let's take a look at a scene I've been working on. I'm a romantic at heart, so when I play The Sims 4, there's usually a good love triangle, but always with a bit of a twist. I've set up a party, and I have two cute guys competing for Sophia's affection. Things are going well for Ollie, and I've got him feeling confident, but I'm going to make him earn this one. Andre, he's bored, so I'm going to get him to sabotage Ollie's attempts to woo Sophia. Now, Ollie's always been a sensitive soul, and I'm making Andre play a sad song on the violin that I know will drive Ollie into a state of depression. Now, with Ollie out of the way, I'll have Andre try to put the moves on Sophia. Oh, poor Ollie. Just seeing that quivering lip makes me want to cheer him up. And a little bit of Sims magic ought to do the trick. By having Ollie use this voodoo doll, I've made Andre instantly furious. And a furious Sim can't flirt. So Sophia's losing interest fast. Now, I want to stop here for a second. In The Sims 4, emotions influence the gameplay, not just in this moment, but down the line. And all have different options the next time they meet. Now, I'm going to help Andre to blow off some steam and reduce his fury by going a few rounds with the punching bag. I'm not sure who's winning that fight. So let's get back to Ollie and Sophia. The decor that I chose has an effect on my Sims' emotions, and I've built this house to be a little flirty. Check out this hottie on the rocket. That's a little suggestive. As Sophia and Ollie view this fine artwork, it begins to have an effect on their feelings. Moving from flirty to passionate has given me new interaction options. So I'm going to send them outside to get to know each other a little bit better. There's that rocket again. And these two lovers have found the perfect place to take their relationship to the next level. Have fun, you two. The way that I've decorated my house, the objects that I've used, the choices that I have made all affect the range of emotions that I've taken my Sims through. I've never been able to do that in a Sims game before. I could have really changed how this night played out. I could have made Ollie channel his sadness into creating a masterpiece, leaving the field clear for Andre. Or I could have even made Sophia reject them both to pursue her dream of being an astronaut. Now, we can't wait for our fans and friends here at Gamescom to be the first to play The Sims 4. We'll be featuring a new Sim in the game created by a player this week here in Germany. It could even be yours. And for our fans around the world who can't be here with us at Gamescom, check out our brand new website for more information. You can even pre-order the game today. The Sims 4 is the next generation of great Sims games, where your Sims come to life. And I'll see you all at Gamescom. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt Marcoux.
And I'm Jason Savopoulos. We're from the Command & Conquer team at Victory Games in Los Angeles.
Today, we're going to settle a grudge within the studio.
Two members of our global community team, both hailing from Germany, are always constantly complaining about who is the better Command & Conquer player.
So where better to settle it than right here, right now, at Gamescom. Am I right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to find out just who is the King of Cologne. In the blue corner, hailing from Berlin, we have my man, Mr. Eric Kraus. He will be playing the EU faction as Cleaver.
And in the yellow corner, hailing from Frankfurt, we have David Earhart. David will be representing the Global Liberation Army and playing the General Nitro. Now, all of you have already chosen a side, so everyone here in our audience has a card that's either yellow or blue. Let me raise them up for my boy David. The yellow cards, yeah.
Now the blue team, let me hear you right now. Attaway, good audience. I love it. Now, hang on to those cards. The winning team will have a tasty prize to be claimed immediately after today's briefing, so make sure to cheer for your player.
All right, now gentlemen, I want a clean fight. Let's go to your corners.
Let's hear it for our guys on stage. We will be joining the game in progress.
So we're actually interested in the game already from David's perspective. Like I said, we've joined mid-progress. It's anyone's game at this point. Right now, Earhart is scouting, looking for any sort of advantage, and he's now just discovering Kraus's unit there. He loses that scout, no big deal there.
It looks like he's control grouping all of his units right now. As you guys just saw, the GLA tunnel network is going down. This will help transport his units from the main base straight to the middle of the battlefield.
Yeah, he's taking a risk here. He smells an opportunity. He's got more units out in the field. He's scouted that middle map. He knows where to go. He also knows he needs to get in close. Nitro is a very close-up melee-type explosion general.
Now, as you guys see here, he just blinded the opponent here, making it easy for him to close the gap right there and use the detonation to his advantage. He's using the nuke trucks with the nitro boost to close that gap.
Yeah, you can say Earhart has a need for speed. He absolutely needs that because Cleaver has a definite range advantage.
And it looks like the Toxin Choppers is doing a great deal here, just chipping away at the damage here since he doesn't have any good anti-air.
Yeah, at this point, Kraus is falling behind. He needs reinforcements. His initial wave was not enough. He's falling back right now. He finds those reinforcements, looking for a choke point to gain an advantage.
And it looks like he's going to be casting a little player power we call Nuclear Liberation.
Yeah,
if he doesn't get out of the way, this is going to be devastating.
Yeah, Nuclear Liberation is going down right now. He's trying to move. Is he going to get enough out of the way? He does not get out of the way. He takes a brunt of damage there, massive damage to his whole forces.
And it looks like Earhart is actually going to take it to the railgun tanks there. Since he doesn't have any anti-air right now, they're just getting chipped away.
But we do have Kraus invading actually the back of Earhart's base. I don't know if he's noticed it yet.
Yeah, there it is. And my man in the blue is taking it to him. It looks like the command center will go down. The GLA workers are moving away to their expansion base.
Yeah, he's running as fast as he can away. He gets scouted there. Kraus knows absolutely what he's up to. Player power is going down. It has to be a fuel bomb. And it is. And boom goes the dynamite, causing massive devastation to that whole base.
It looks like Earhart's trying to sell his structure to recoup some of the costs that he just lost right there.
Man, I'd love to be at that garage sale, but I think it's too late. I don't think he can buy a win here. He's surrendering. That's it. GG!
All right, blue team, let me see you for our winner here.
Well, at least my man's good sport. For those of you who got lucky and managed to select Eric as your winner, We have pretzels and beer for each of you on your way out here as your prize. So that was just a small taste of what you can expect from the new Command & Conquer when we launch this year as a free live service.
We are committed to adding new content on a regular basis. We're talking about new generals, new maps, new modes, and more.
Right now, we're in the middle of an extensive alpha test, so keep getting bigger and bigger to ensure the game lives up to your expectations.
And that's the coolest thing about this new CNC. We can take your feedback and incorporate it straight into the game.
The one thing that you, the fans, have told us over the last year is that you want new story content in the Generals universe.
Well, today we're pleased to announce that we will be launching episodic, story-driven missions that can be played alone or cooperatively.
You asked, and we listened.
Now let's take a look.
For 10 long years, the world has trembled at our feet. But blinded by our hubris, we failed to see the ghosts from the past rising anew, sworn to end our supremacy. We are now besieged from all sides, all that we stand for at risk. Your mission is just the beginning. Welcome back, General.
You know, it was 19 years ago since the first Command & Conquer came out, and I think the Victory guys are really taking it to a new level. Now, for all the fans of BioWare out there, here's the latest on their first next-gen experience, Dragonage Inquisition. The dev team in Edmonton is building a vast open world that will immerse and challenge you. They're delivering epic storytelling and complex characters while giving players real choice with real consequences. Powered by Frostbite 3, BioWare is creating a visually stunning next-generation RPG experience. To show you more, the team has put together this dev diary. Let's take a look.
The vision for Dragonage Inquisition is to create an RPG the likes of which no one's seen before.
That involves, I think, better player interaction, choices that matter, amazing visuals, a new level of immersion that can only be achieved with the hardware and software we have now.
We're combining a vast world and a tight BioWare-style story into something that really is going to take role-playing games to the next level.
We see the next generation of BioWare RPGs being all about freedom for the player. We want you to be able to take control, and Inquisition is the first step on that journey.
So Thetis is a massive setting. It's just huge and varied with all different sorts of nations, rich, lush jungles, barren wastelands, beautiful forests, mountaintops. All those are available now.
You can explore the world, the art's relevant, you can look under every little rock, every little bush and find something new. There's a surprise around every corner.
From the very opening moments of Dragonage Inquisition, this is a world on the edge.
The world has essentially undergone this event where the veil, the thing that keeps the demons out, to put it in simple terms, has torn asunder, and they're basically laying waste to the place.
And at the same time, an Inquisitor is created. You become the Inquisitor and you begin your ruthless pursuit of the villain who created this fate terror.
Creating the Inquisitor himself, it's really about creating your character and being the person that you want to be. Be that an elf or a dwarf or a human, mage, rogue, warrior. So you've really got a lot of choices about how you create this character and how you play the character throughout the course of the game.
This is the first time that we've created a main character where you are not only at the head of an organization, but you actually seize and control that power directly.
As the Inquisitor, you have rights and powers that other citizens don't have, and you can use those to great effect. At the same time, you also have to make decisions, moral decisions, about what's going to happen. Do you want to save a village from burning, or do you want that village to burn down? Each may have repercussions to the Inquisition that you as the player will decide what suits you best.
As Inquisitor, you actually have numerous people at your disposal. We call them agents. The nice thing about having agents working for you, instead of you being the agent of someone else, is that you can send them out to tackle missions.
It's a really exciting time in the project because a lot of hard work is finally paying off. The fruits of a lot of labor are finally blooming, and it's nice to know that we're going to get to share that with fans very soon.
Now, this is a huge, huge year for our teams in our PopCap studio. Plants vs. Zombies 2 launched just last week and shot straight to #1 on the App Store charts in more than 130 countries. One of the zombies was so excited that he climbed up in the Space Needle in Seattle to leave the world's largest zombie node, announcing the arrival of PvZ2. It's not raining, it can't be Seattle. I live there, you know the deal. Clearly, he wasn't the only one that was excited. We had one of the biggest opening weekends ever for a new game on the App Store. In 5 days, PvZ2 has been downloaded more than 16 million times, and players have already logged more than 25 million hours of gameplay. There's no doubt that Plants vs. Zombies 2 is a massive hit. In fact, it's the biggest mobile game launch in EA history. But that's just a start from this incredibly creative team, and here to tell you more is Tony Lima from PopCap.
Danke, Peter. Guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren. Wir von PopCap freuen uns sehr, dieses Jahr zum ersten Mal bei der Gamescom mit dabei zu sein. At PopCap, we couldn't be more thrilled about the response to PvZ2, and we want to thank our fans and let you know that your adventure is only just beginning. In PvZ2, we're going to be adding new worlds and new content all the time. Today at Gamescom, we're announcing that the development team is now hard at work on the first major content update for PvZ2, Far Future. We're also excited to bring the Plants vs. Zombies universe to next-gen consoles. Earlier this year, we announced Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, and the reception was incredible. To talk a bit more about Garden Warfare, allow me to introduce producer Brian Lindley.
Thanks, Tony. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare is a refreshing third-person action experience backed by the power of the Frostbite 3 engine. Whether you're playing 24-player online multiplayer, 4-player online co-op, or split screen with a friend on the couch, PvZ Garden Warfare offers all the depth you look for in an explosive multiplayer action game. Now, since E3, the #1 question we've been asked by fans is, can I play as a zombie? I'm thrilled to say the answer is yes. So let's take a look at this video for our first reveal of playable zombie classes and a sneak peek at some of our character and loadout customization features. Everything you see in the following trailer is 100% in-engine footage. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare will be available first for Xbox One and Xbox 360 beginning spring 2014. Now, our pre-order is now live, so please check out plantsvszombies.com for more information. Now, that's not all. Today, we are going to announce Boss Mode in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Boss Mode allows players to command the battlefield and in multiplayer and co-op gameplay as either Dr. Zomboss or Crazy Dave. Now, this is going to be coming exclusively on Xbox One Connect and Xbox Smart Glass. To show us a bit more on Boss Mode, we've intercepted a rogue transmission from Dr. Zomboss himself. Now, this is the first time the voice of Dr. Zomboss has ever been heard, so listen carefully. It may sound familiar.
What was I saying? Right. It is I, the terrifyingly brilliant and startlingly good-looking Dr. Edgar George Zomboss, or as I am also known, the greatest evil genius that has ever lived. Decades from now, you will all look back and remember where you were on this day. The day I unveiled my greatest invention yet. To the lab! Ah, oof, ow! Oh, no, I'm fine. Curses! Down here. Down here. Ahem, ahem. I meant to do that. Behold, I give you the Zombox. With the power of the Zombox, I can beat the plants without actually having to touch dirt. I just sit back, point at things, make things explode, and take credit for other people's work. I call it Boss Mode. With simple gestures and voice commands, I release huge waves of zombies, uncover the plans of those weeds, and resupply my troops with delicious brain. I have also created an option for those who prefer a more hands-on approach. With my zombie tech delivery tablet, I can perform all of the same functions from anywhere in the world. Plus, I love buttons. My favorite part, dropping zombomb strikes. Weed death from above. I think that cactus got the point. So, to sum up, I'm a genius. All the brains will soon belong to me. Feel free to cast models of me now for the statues that will undoubtedly be erected in the future.
Thanks, Brian. That was amazing. So finally, a big PopCap stage appearance wouldn't be complete without Peggle 2! Yeah! This morning, Microsoft announced that Peggle 2 will be coming exclusively first to Xbox One. So be sure to stop by the Microsoft booth here at Gamescom for the first ever hands-on gameplay. In the meantime, check out this first ever look at gameplay footage for Peggle 2 on Xbox One.
I don't care what language you speak or what country you come from. At the end of the day, we're all human beings and fighting's in our DNA. We get it and we like it.
It is great to be down under.
Live from China.
In Tokyo, Japan. Back in Canada. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Abu Dhabi. The UK. Germany. Sweden. And here we go.
Everyone is on their feet for this.
Oh! Oh, he got tagged. Whoa! Look at this. It's all over. Oh, my goodness.
These guys are true professionals. Great show of respect between these two fighters.
Welcome to the Ultimate Fighting Championship world.
Germany, it's time! Introducing first, hailing from Geelong, Victoria, Australia, by way of California, he is the head of EA Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Wilson! And hailing from Birmingham, England, by way of Las Vegas, he is the head of the UFC in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Clark!
Bruce Buffer, ladies and gentlemen, the voice of the UFC. Now tell me you don't want to get announced like that for every meeting you go to from here on out. Now Gary, fighting, it's in our DNA, and the UFC is unquestionably the future of professional fighting.
Yeah, the UFC showcases the highest level of competition of the modern mixed martial artist. Our athletes undergo rigorous training across a multitude of martial arts disciplines, including popular Olympic sports like boxing, judo, wrestling, and of course, Taekwondo.
Now, some of you know how passionate I am about mixed martial arts and the UFC, and I'm not the only one. All over the world, people from all walks of life have embraced MMA and the UFC, whether it's your neighbor next door or some of your favorite athletes and celebrities. It really is an incredible phenomenon, and we at EA Sports couldn't be more excited to bring this sport to all of you in spring 2014.
Thanks, Andrew. And it's good to be up here with somebody so passionate. You know, the UFC is the world's fastest growing sport. We have athletes representing 37 countries. We broadcast our events in over 28 languages. And we've established major broadcast partnerships in 145 countries around the world. And in 2014, you'll see more live events. England, Sweden, Poland, Ireland, Turkey, and most importantly, we will be back in Germany in 2014.
Tremendously talented team from EA Canada, hard at work on EA Sports UFC. It's a group of people that have worked on outstanding games like EA Sports FIFA, NHL, SSX, and of course, Fight Night. Using the power of the next-gen consoles and the EA Sports Ignite engine, our goal is to bring you inside the UFC octagon and make you feel the fight like never by delivering true player motion and human intelligence in the game. Now, we're about 9 months from hitting the shelves, so early days, but our fans are really excited to see this game in action, so for the first time today, we're going to show some pre-alpha gameplay featuring John Jones and Sweden's own Alexander Gustafsson, who are actually fighting each other in about 1 month at UFC 165, so check that out if you're interested. Feel the fight means bringing these guys to life like never before, with the most realistic fighter likeness we've ever delivered, combined with a new facial animation system that'll make them seem more intelligent, more aware, and more alive. That means guys like Jones and Gustafsson will look precisely like themselves, from John Jones's long arms to Gustafsson's cauliflowered ears. And they'll act more like living, breathing human beings, not just a couple of action figures. Feel the fight means these guys are going to move around the ring with a real sense of weight and momentum, and utilize an enormous variety of strikes. Precision movement is our new locomotion system, and it prevents the fighters from sliding and floating across the surface of the octagon. And it makes our dynamic striking more impactful by allowing them to really plant their feet on the floor. Unless, of course, they plant their feet somewhere else, like Jones does here with a Superman punch off the side of the cage, which is just pretty cool. Finally, Feel the Fight means showing you the effect a UFC fight has on the human body, especially when it goes to the ground. So after a big takedown, Gustafsson tries to lock in a guillotine choke, where we see our real-time exertion and full-body deformation systems take center stage. You can see him grimacing with effort, tendons and veins bulging out, his face turning red as he tries to finish the submission. And it's not a good situation for John Jones. You can see the fighters' bodies deforming each other where they come in contact. The pressure building on his neck as Gustafsson struggles to try and make him tap out. That's all happening inside EA Sports UFC right now. And like I said, we have about 9 months to go before we hit the shelves, so I hope you'll agree we're poised to deliver an authentic, fun, and accessible UFC experience. EA Sports UFC is coming spring 2014 to both the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Thank you.
Rivals, there are no rules and no loyalties. Whether you're playing as a cop or a racer, we'll be asking you, will you cross the line? Will you play it safe or push the limits? Bank your points or risk them for a bigger reward? You will answer all these questions in a dynamic open world powered by AllDrive. AllDrive destroys the line between single player, co-op, and multiplayer. It allows you to have an experience that can be shared at any point, instantly. And today, there are two more things about Rivals I want to talk to you about, because they sync perfectly with AllDrive. Personalization and career progression. For example, there are 3 distinct careers that you can pursue as a cop: Patrol, Enforcer, and an undercover cop, a brand new cop in Need for Speed. So let's take a look. Here we are in your hideout. We're in Germany, so let's go with the Porsche, the GT3. Now that you have your car, you can personalize it to make one of a kind. And there are seriously millions of options. And AllDrive is the perfect environment to really show off your style. Next, we'll choose your speed list. This is the new way we're thinking about progression in Rivals. Each list serves up your objectives, and when you complete them, you level up and you unlock new items. And even if you and your friends have completely different speed lists, you can still advance the careers when you're playing together. So let's get started. It's never been easier to find things to do in the world and get right into the action. And we're triggering a race, and for the sake of time, we'll be skipping ahead. To win this race, you're going to need pursuit tech, like the EMP. So that shows you how you win the race, and you just got a huge payout. But it isn't over. The cops are still on your tail, and you need to lose them. Now, you do have a choice. You can bank your speed points, or you can put them on the line. And racers, they earn significantly more points the longer they stay alive. If you get busted, though, you lose it all. There are a lot of different ways for you to spend your speed points. More personalization items, better pursuit tech, and of course, awesome new cars. So that's a Ferrari 458 Spider, back in the game after 7 years away from Need for Speed. We think that's awesome. So there you have it. You have AllDrive, you have the return of personalization to Need for Speed, and a brand new take on career progression. You can get your hands on the next generation Need for Speed experience at the EA booth this week at Gamescom, and now the premiere of the Undercover Cop in a new action sequence from Need for Speed. Thank you.
Radios to silence. Going dark. Let's finish it. Target locked. Take him out. Race going on. Interstate 3. Ferrari just joined the pack. New driver coming fast. Got him. Take him down. Take him down. Undercover 6, light it up. In pursuit of high priority target. Calling in air support. Target located. Unit 4 and 5 joining pursuit. Unit 4 and 5 down. Undercover 6, where the hell are you?
All units, duty is assigning additional units. Pursuit priority has been
close by.
Wow. Next year's the 20th anniversary of Need for Speed, and I think it just keeps getting better and better. So, you guys ready for some Titanfall? All right. At E3, Respawn Entertainment blew away everyone with a world premiere of Titanfall, taking home more than 60 awards and setting a record for the most official Game Critic Awards ever. Respawn is redefining the future of action games on the next generation. They are adding cinematic moments and set pieces typically found in single-player campaigns and bringing them to multiplayer. But as good as this game looks, it plays even better. What you're about to see is footage of live gameplay on the Angel City map with a new mode called Attrition. And for those at Gamescom, you'll get to play this live at the EA booth this week. Let's take a look.
How much has this guy had to drink?
I'm through with the frontier. You hear me, McCall? I'm through.
Damn, this guy smells. You know him or something?
Yeah, Barker was my wingman in the Titan Wars. I'm gonna kick all your asses. Hey, what do you think?
It may not look like much, but trust me, we're gonna need him. He's a hell of a pilot.
Okay, let's move.
Bish, I'm picking up a massive incoming jump signature directly above the city. I don't know what it is, but it's big. Whoa, heads up!
Great. Mac, an IMC carrier just jumped in. You better get Barker out of there quick. Copy that, Bish. I'm working on it.
I'm sending in some Hornets to keep that carrier busy. Pilots, focus on clearing out the IMC forces on the ground.
That's a double kill.
You got it. Stand by for Titanfall. Bish, I'm tracking McCallan's team in the sewers. It's doing okay so far.
Copy that. Keep your fingers crossed. That should cool him off.
Engaging follow mode.
All units,
Across the street.
Auto Titan, engaging enemy Titan.
Okay, pilots, our diversion's still working. We just need to buy McAllen and Barker a little more time.
Caution, you're outnumbered 2-1.
Over. We've taken too many losses. Fall back and secure the evac point for extraction. Mac, what's your status?
We got Barker and we're clear, but just barely. See you back on the red eye.
I've sent the dropship. It'll be there soon.
Come on, come on! Hustle, hustle!
Hurry to the evac point.
Move, move!
Titanfall. Now, I might be a sports guy, but let me tell you, that is a game I will absolutely be playing when it comes out. So, we're about to bring out the mighty David Rudder to show you the flagship title for EA Sports. That, of course, is FIFA 14. But before we do that, I wanted to talk about how we're bringing our biggest franchise to new fans in new markets, in new ways that are more accessible than ever before. First is FIFA Online. On this stage last year, I announced FIFA Online 3 for Korea, and it has already been a runaway hit. And last month, we announced FIFA Online 3 was coming to China. We're partnering with Tencent to deliver our game to a massive football-crazed market later this year. Next is mobile. For the first time ever, FIFA on mobile devices will be free to play. So millions more fans around the world will now be able to experience FIFA with all new touch controls that provide an awesome gameplay experience that is perfect for mobile devices. And finally, we've just announced FIFA World, a new free-to-play downloadable game for fans in markets where PC gaming is king. It's coming to Brazil and Russia within the next 12 months, and we're showing it for the first time this week here at Gamescom. And now, without further ado, the new season of FIFA 14.
Football. It hurts and humbles. For every winner, a loser. For every triumph, a defeat. But on the horizon awaits a new season. A new opportunity. For redemption. For glory. For immortality. The brave will take to the pitch as warriors to battle, shoulder to shoulder, face to face. The hunger, the determination to push limits, to fight, to run, tackle, defend, attack, score, and celebrate. As the new season dawns, new stars will rise, new teams will captivate, new stadiums will rock, new challenges will emerge, new battles will be fought in the name of glory, in the name of honor, in the name of football. The game we love, the game we live for. Every challenge, every cheer, every minute, every second. The best game. Our game. The new season awaits.
Hello there. So it's time for FIFA 14 for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 and PC. A game that's the culmination of years of innovation and passion by our amazing teams in Vancouver and in Bucharest, the game we've always wanted to build. Personally, I think it looks amazing, and I'm immensely proud of it. Gameplay this year has never been better, with our real ball physics, precision movement, and pure shot that transforms the way that the game feels and plays. In every area of the game, FIFA 14 is absolutely jam-packed with new features and innovations to delight our fans. You'll get to experience that here at Gamescom and with our demo that comes starting September the 10th, and then when the game launches September the 24th in North America and September the 27th in Europe. But here at Gamescom, as we always do, we have much more to share. Let's start by talking about something our fans always want more of: their favourite teams, their favourite leagues, and their favourite players. We've always had the most, and this year we have 33 official leagues, more than 600 authentic clubs, and more than 16,000 players. We've added the Chilean and Argentinian Primera divisions, new Italian clubs, 18 clubs from Brazil's first division, and at last the magical Brazilian national team. Seasons is the centre of online, a journey towards reaching Division 1. This year we're growing Seasons yet again with our new co-op Seasons mode. Fans will be able to play with their online friends anywhere in the world in 2v2 ranked online play, trying to climb up to Division 1, win a title and achieve greatness together. After all, playing FIFA with friends is always better. And Match Day this year has also been expanded into Seasons, connecting fans playing online to the football season for the world's top leagues. Injuries, suspensions, and even player form will change throughout the season based on real-world events. All of these features will be available for FIFA 14 for the consoles of today and tomorrow. And as the new season begins, we know that there's a lot of our fans out there who kind of feel like they're facing a decision about which version of FIFA to buy. So I'm here to help. Start your season on FIFA 14 on your current console, and then you can bring it with you to your next-gen console. Your FIFA Ultimate Team travels with you, so does your FIFA Seasons Progress, your online Virtual Pro, and your EA Sports Football Club level and XP. So, no time's going to be wasted, and no accomplishment will go unrecognised. That's our promise to you. Now, this morning we announced that Football Legends are finally coming to EA Sports FIFA 14 Ultimate Team exclusively for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. Legends of the past will join the stars of today in the most popular game mode. In fact, it's more than 40 superstars of the beautiful game, and one of those legends is someone that defines that term. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my absolute honour to welcome FIFA World Cup winner and footballing icon, Lothar Matthäus, to the stage. Right, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Welcome.
So, amazing news for our fans out there, the fact that they're going to be able to take kind of historical footballing superstars and transplant them into a squad of kind of contemporary football players. What do you think about that?
I think this is a great idea, especially when the father can bring his legends in the same team like the legend of his son. I think it's a great idea, and I'm sure they have a lot of fun.
So cooperative generation team building, an excellent idea. And so when you think about you playing in that team of modern day kind of football players, how do you think you'll fare?
It's very difficult to give you a right answer. The football changed a lot. Football goes faster. The player has to be more flexible, and they have to run much more than when I was an active player.
But, I mean, you were pretty amazing on the football pitch, as we all know. Indeed, I think it was Diego Maradona that once described you as his biggest rival on the football pitch. Who do you think your biggest rival was?
It's nice to listen something from his mouth. I was a very good player, for him the best player, but who know the football from 20, 25 years ago, we know when some player makes a difference in the international football. This was Diego Maradona himself, and I think in this time was Maradona in the same level like Messi now.
Wow. And talking of Messi from now, what kind of football player would you like to play with? Is it Messi?
Oh, it's always nice when you have a player like Messi in your team, and when you have to play against him, it's very difficult.
Yeah,
but we look always out from the country. We have the same very good players in Germany, like Bastian Schweinsteiger, like Lahm, like Kürze, like Reus. And I think it's nice when you have these players in this high level in your team, like colleagues.
Awesome, awesome. So, I mean, some of those players that you mentioned are just a few of the over 40 legends that we have in the game. If you take a look behind you, Bergkamp, Hullet, you know, Lundberg, we've got some amazing players in the legends this year. My own personal favourite, Leicester legend, Gary Lineker, is in there. Bring it. As well as, you know, some other players from England, Robbie Fowler, and one of my favourites of all time, Pele. So, pretty special time for us. Thank you so much for coming. An absolute honour. An awesome football
Thank you very much.
Wow. Okay, so from football's past to its future. FIFA 14 on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 coming later this year. Driven by the power of the new consoles and EA Sports Ignite, we are reimagining our game. Earlier this year, we showed you the first look of our completely new gameplay experience, built on true player emotion and human intelligence. Today, you're about to see things you never imagined possible in a sports video game. The living world that transforms the way that FIFA plays and feels. The greatest theatres of sport like Allianz Arena, Etihad, Santiago, Bernabeu and the San Siro will completely come alive in FIFA 14. From dramatic, broadcast-inspired stadium flyovers to emotional pre-match ceremonies, you'll see and feel the match like never before. Matchflow revolutionises the FIFA experience, driven by physics and AI to bring the entire stadium, not just the pitch, to life. Players even interacting with sideline characters like the ball boy, for instance. You'll witness the build-up play and player positioning prior to corners and free kicks. And for the first time ever, the stadium atmosphere will be completely authentic. Our all-new in-game director drives more than 100 different broadcast cameras positioned around the pitch, following all of the star players and the headline makers, bringing stunning new replay angles to the game, storylines, and the emotion of the match. So FIFA 14 will look and feel completely alive. Trust me, there's lots more news to come on the next generation of FIFA. We'll be announcing tons of stuff throughout the year, but for now, I'll leave you with the living world of FIFA 14. Thank you very much and have an awesome show, guys.
I'm parachuting from a helicopter which is exploding behind me. I take off in an armored assault boat. I start taking fire from 2 enemy helicopters.
No tengo palabras como decir la explosión. 爆発させて、そしてすごい花火なようなものを見れた。
Look up behind you, the skyscraper's coming. All of a sudden I see concrete coming in all around me.
Whoa, I started screaming. They started screaming.
It's on. It's on.
Get kill after kill.
Eat my knife and I...
One word, badass.
Just beautiful, mind-blowing.
Ridiculous.
Epic.
This is next gen.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. It's really good to be back here in Germany. I want to thank our team back home in Sweden and California for all their hard work. And we're here today after an incredible experience at E3 just a few months back. We were humbled by the amazing reaction people had to Battlefield 4. The E3 Siege of Shanghai demo blew people away. And now, everyone will get a chance to play it when we launch the Battlefield 4 beta in early October. But today I would like to tell you about a new mode, a new map, and an innovation we like to call Levolution. And it all starts with Frostbite 3, a technology that unlocks the future of gaming. I'm talking about massive scale, tons of vehicles, and all-out warfare. And for the first time ever on the next-gen consoles with 64 players, 2 commanders, and all running at 60 frames per second. Once you play this, you will feel the difference. Frostbite 3 is also the technology that makes Levolution possible. Levolution will change the way that you play Battlefield. It's about dynamic environments that react to your every move, both big and small. Some things are massive, like flooding an entire level and driving attack boats through the city streets. Other things are smaller, but they can have a huge impact on your gameplay, like shooting fire extinguishers to disorient your opponents, maybe listening to car alarms to warn you of nearby danger, or cutting the power of a building and then using night vision. Or why not using barricades to block vehicles? It is a completely new way to interact with your environment. And these are just a few examples of what you'll see in this next video. So let's take a look at Levolution in action. Thank you. Now, Levolution is much more than just dynamic maps and set pieces. It is bigger, interconnected, and an evolving battlefield, combining with massive scale and the full arsenal of vehicles, and of course, our signature destruction. The benefit is a completely new multiplayer experience where the battlefield takes on a life on its own. With Levolution, no two games are the same. Now, for us at DICE, Next Gen also means working as a live team, serving new content to fans all year long. Battlefield 4 Premium is a membership club designed to keep the action going long after launch. Here's the team to tell you a little bit more about it.
We are super proud about Battlefield 3 Premium. We have over 4 million members in that club. But now, we're taking it to the next level.
Well, we really wanted Premium to be like this exciting and exclusive club for anyone who's ever played and loved Battlefield. As a gamer myself, I know how exciting it can be to get your hands on content early, and that's the experience that we really want to deliver with Premium. Because we're talking about content from day one.
With new updates every single week. They're going to get early access to all the new game modes, weapons, vehicles, and the expansion packs.
In China Rising, players fight for dominance across the majestic Chinese mainland. Revisit 4 fan-favorite Battlefield 3 maps in Second Assault, now revolutionized with the power of Frostbite 3. Experience dynamic ocean combat and naval strike as the Chinese Armada takes the fight to the sea, while the US strikes back with all-out urban warfare in Dragon's Teeth. And the war will reach its epic conclusion in Final Stand. You're going to see the ideals of our team imprinted on each and every one of these levels.
This is just a taste of Battlefield 4 Premium, and we have so much more to show you in the months to come.
Now, this week, we're also introducing a new mode called Obliteration. Your goal as a team is very simple. Destroy the enemy target before they destroy yours. But there's a bit of a twist here. Only one bomb will spawn at any time, and it will be spawned at a random location. Both teams must fight to secure the bomb and then transport it to the enemy target and detonate it. It is an intense, fast-paced action with moving objectives and multiple targets that will keep you on your toes. This week, you'll also get to play on a new map set in the Paracel Islands in the South China Sea. It is a perfect spot for you to master your amphibious vehicles. Now, Frostbite 3 gives us the power to create massive, violent waves. And this is the first time you'll battle on raging waters. This will be tough, yes, but for the clever player, can use this to their advantage. Like, for instance, letting the high winds and the huge waves take control of an offshore warship and causing it to run ashore. This allowing you to use the onboard anti-aircraft cannons against the opposing team to lay waste to their jets and their helicopters. So there you have it. All-out war built on Frostbite 3, Levolution, where no two games are ever the same, amphibious vehicles for you to master. When this all comes together, it's like nothing else out there. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw is only in Battlefield 4, coming on October the 29th in North America and October the 31st right here in Europe, and to Next Gen shortly thereafter. The team at DICE and all of us at EA can't wait for everyone to play. So that's our show for today. 10 awesome new games coming to our fans in Europe, North America and beyond over the next year. Thanks to everyone here in Cologne, And to everyone online, look forward to meeting all of you this week at Gamescom. Come see us at the Messe where you can get your hands on with FIFA14, Titanfall, Need for Speed Rivals, Command & Conquer, The Sims 4, and as you just saw, Battlefield 4. For those of you watching on the web, thanks for logging on and visit us for updates this week at ea.com/Gamescom. Everybody have a great show. Thanks for coming.